Hello friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. Week 13 of Year 1 of the Franchise Stars Football League brings us to Los Angeles, where the Rams look to hold on to the last NFC wildcard spot as they host the red-hot Cleveland Browns. Cleveland enters having won 6 in a row, most recently last week's 34-19 win in Denver. They've topped 30 points in all 6 of those wins, led by the league's leading rusher, Jim Brown, and a red-hot Paul Warfield at the wideout spot. The Browns have been a middling defense for much of the season, but they do lead the league in turnovers forced. That means Rams quarterback Kurt Warner will need to protect the ball, something he's done very well this season. The Rams have also been proficient in forcing turnovers, ranking 7th in the league, and the giveaway has been the Browns' biggest struggle this season. The absence of Robert Quinn, who has 12 sacks on the year, could hinder their ability to pressure Browns quarterback Bill Nelson into errors. But more importantly, losing Quinn means losing a big run stopper against Brown. Cleveland and LA coming up from Los Angeles. Beautiful day here in LA. Thank you all for tuning in. Browns kickoff. Rams will get the start with the ball returned out across the 20 to the 23. And that is where LA will start with Kurt Warner at the helm. Dick Vermeil's pass-heavy offense. There you see Warner, 27-48 in terms of yardage, 24 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. He has been very good and has gotten better as the year has gone on. Starts off in the shotgun here. First play from scrimmage. Motion, it's a handoff. Out across the 25, fighting forward, it's Lawrence McCutcheon. 20 carries, 75 yards a week ago for McCutcheon. Gets a good gain here to open things up. Pickup of 6, out to the 29. Dick Vermeil coaches the Rams. Marty Schottenheimer coaching the Browns here in year 1 of the Franchise Stars Football League. Warner with the fake, looking, and they're going to air it out quickly, and he overthrows his man. Warner goes deep. Jim Schaffner looked like he was beat, frankly. He ends up chirping at the end of the play. Pass there, the right-hand side is picked off. We talked about turnovers, and the Browns pick 6 to open things up here in LA. Frank Minifield with the interception of Kurt Warner and a pick 6 for the Browns. Gives Cleveland the early lead. Looking out in the flat, Minifield jumps the route, and nothing ahead of him, 6-0 Cleveland. Minifield had a pick a week ago in that game against Denver. Extra point from Barr is up and good, and less than a minute in. And without having had the ball on offense, the Browns have a 7-0 lead. So Barr will kick off. The Rams will try to take the opening punch in the mouth. Kickoff out across the 25, out across the 30. Nice little return there. And Warner will get back to work. Warner drops back. Slant route complete. Pickup of 8. Cooper Kupp on him. Grab there. Second and 2. Handoff. McCutcheon tries to get to the outside near the marker. Looks like he'll get it, and he does. Out to the 42. Jackson on the stop. Chains move. It's 1st and 10. High formation. And off there, Wendell Tyler, his first carry of the game, he picks up 2. Tyler was the target on that pick 6, releasing out into the flat, but terrific play from Minifield to jump the route. Shotgun, Warner stands in. Pass over the middle, it's incomplete. Warner only 1 of 4 here in the early going. Pepper Johnson is in the top 5 in the league in tackles. Trying to fire up this Browns defense. Warner looks right-hand side, incomplete, and again, just out of sync. Kupp seems to think he was grabbed to kind of hold him off past the 5 yards on that route. The official not having any of it. And the Rams will have to punt. So about as good a start as you could draw this up if you're the Cleveland Browns. Greg Pruitt takes the punt. He brings it out across the 20 to the 22. And there's Bill Nelson. Nelson started the year as the backup. Bernie Kosar struggled. The Browns struggled out of the gate. Nelson came in, and they have started to win with him, although Nelson has been far from perfect. 15 touchdowns. 15 interceptions thrown by Nelson. Those were mostly in bunches at the start, but he threw a couple of picks last week. He rolls out here. He's under pressure from behind. Nelson has to get rid of that ball. Brought down by Grant Wistrom for the sack. It's only a loss of a yard, but Nelson has to know to throw that ball away. Hand off Jim Brown. Brown picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and 8. Stopped at the 24. Roman Pfeiffer on the stop for the Rams. Nelson goes into the shotgun here. He's got 4 wide. Stands in the pocket. Looks left-hand side. Incomplete. Looking for Warfield, who's been picking up a big strike virtually every game for the past 3 weeks. Huge game a week ago in Denver. Punt there is taken at the 39, and the Rams will get the ball back. 10:16 left in quarter number 1. Cleveland on the Frank Minifield pick 6 on the Rams' opening drive. Browns with the 7-0 lead. And off McCutcheon. Picks up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Kellerman on the stop for Cleveland. Play action. Warner. Pressure. Sees it coming. Throws it away. Warner 1 for 6 in the early going. Warner in the gun. Looks, hit as he throws. And that one sailed out of bounds on him a bit. He takes a shot there. Myles Garrett gets to him. Lays the wood to him. I think that was Garrett. And the punting unit comes on once more. Punt. Taken. Out to the 22. First and 10. Nelson in the shotgun. Brown at his left. 4 wide. Nelson stands in. Slant over the middle. Complete. Jarvis Landry makes the catch. Fights through a tackler but stumbles. Picks up the first down though. Picks up 11. Sticks will move as the Browns get out to the 33. And off Brown. Steamrolls. And Jim Brown absolutely bowls over. Can't tell who that was. He and Nolan Cromwell having some words, but Nolan, terrific defensive back, should probably be quiet there. A little bit of a hole, but I believe that was actually Jack Youngblood. Oh, no. Oh, with that P, I forget what that guy's name is. But regardless, he got himself pancaked by Jim Brown there. Brown's in the Rams' territory. Movement on the play. And it's a false start on the Browns. So after the big gain, they'll take the 5-yard penalty, push them back to 1st and 15. Pressure up the middle, then Nelson's going to go down. Hacksaw Reynolds comes up the middle, unblocked. Sack there Loss of 9. It'll be 2nd and 24 from the 39. And the Rams without their best pass rusher in Robert Quinn. They've still got some guys who can get it done, though. Coy Bacon, force on that line as well. Swung out to Brown in the flat. They'll take a few, make it a little bit more manageable. 3rd and 14 after the 10-yard pickup. Nelson stands in. They get to him again. He's hit as he throws, and that's incomplete. Lundy with the shot that time. And Nelson is going to need better protection than that. Remember, the Broncos sacked him, I think it was 4 times last week. Nelson's had a hard enough time throwing interceptions without having guys in his face on every play. 6:23 left here in the opening quarter. Glad to have you with us. 7-0 Cleveland here in LA as Kurt Warner and company get back to work. Out of town scoreboard earlier from the week. Redskins defeat the Dolphins 19-9. Denver keeps Houston winless 20-13. Bounce back win for the Broncos there. The Chiefs all over the Packers. The Packers, one of the bigger disappointments in the league, fall to 5-7 as the Chiefs maul them 44-6. 2nd and 11, play action. Warner rolls right, pass, fires, complete, first down, out to about the 29. Only the second completion from Warner. There's Torrey Holt, good for 15. The Saints hammer the Lions. The Lions fall to 1-11. It's a lot of teams packed in the middle of this league. Couple of bad, really bad teams. The Texans, the worst among them. The Bears, Lions, Seahawks, all with 1, 2, or 3 wins. And there's a whole lot of teams jammed up at 6, 7, and 8 wins. One of those 8-win teams now, the Patriots, who took down the Chargers. Falcons, 6-6. The 13-10 win over the Jets. The Jets fall to 3-9. Tennessee gets to be the second 10-win team in the league with a victory. The Raiders, the other one, the 49ers, a chance to become the third when they play the Eagles on the Monday night game this week. Pass on the sideline and pulled in somehow. Henry Ellard in traffic snatches that one. Needle is thread with a help from Ellard. 20-yard strike for the Rams, and they're down into Cleveland territory. Scott looked like he went for the pick there. Fortunate for him, he had Eric Turner there with him, or Ellard. Very fast. Might have been off to the races. 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 47, inside 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Handoff, it's McCutcheon, inside the 45 to the 43. And now Ellard actually holding that shoulder away from the play. They're checking him out on the sideline. He's keeping his helmet on, usually a good sign. Last round of bye weeks here in week 13. The Raiders are off. The Bills are off. Handoff there, McCutcheon. Brought down by Patrick. It'll be 3rd and 4. Bengals and Jacksonville, both 6-5. That's a big matchup. That's the next game here on the channel. Warner drops back. Pressure coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett, who popped him before. 92 popped him before. Garrett picks up the sack here. Warner stands, sees him coming. Can't do anything about it. So Garrett breaks through for the sack. 4th and 16. Rams will punt again. Inside the 15. That's a fair catch called by Greg Pruitt. Jim Brown, 22 carries for 120 yards. He has gone over the 120-yard mark at or better than 120 yards in 5 of the 6 games during this Browns win streak. Shotgun. Brown here. Tries to cut it back. Hole gets plugged. He picks up a yard. Second and 9 from the 16. Play action this time. Nelson looks left-hand side. Warfield, good coverage. That one's broken up. Batted away. It'll be 3rd and 9. And pressure comes, and down goes Nelson again. They get him from the outside. That time it's Lyle. Second sack for the Rams. Keith Lyle blitzing from the outside off the edge. Grant Wistrom in there to throw a little forearm in at the end of the play. But that should be Lyle's sack, I would think. Brings them down, 4th down, and on comes the punting unit. So the Rams will get the ball back with very good field position here. Punt's taken at the Rams 48. Not too much there. Leroy Irvin brings it back into Cleveland territory down to the 47. 42 seconds left, 7-0 Browns, but the Rams, good field position here to open up the drive. Should get a couple plays off before the quarter comes to an end. Hand off McCutcheon. Inside the 40, down to the 35. 7 carries for 28 yards for McCutcheon. First and 10, clock ticking, they will snap it. Warner looks, right-hand side, incomplete. That's 3 times he's tried to go on a go route down that right-hand side. And he's overled his man. That brings us to a close here in quarter number 1. 7-0 Browns, 2nd and 10 for the Rams from the Cleveland 35. Teams will flip sides. Hand off McCutcheon. Good block out ahead of him. Looks for a hole. He's brought down. Gets out to the 31. 3rd and 5. Myles Garrett chases him down. Warner in the shotgun. Here on 3rd. Pass right-hand side near the marker. Stopped short. 4th and inches. Be a 42-yard field goal attempt. So again, I've mentioned this in the past couple broadcasts on here with Week 13. The Madden glitch is basically in franchise mode. The CPU never misses field goals if you play out the kicks. So to have it actually have a chance of missing field goals, I go and I basically quick sim the next play. Now, this is a 4th and inches situation. They may decide to go for it. But again, just kind of having field goals not be automatic is kind of a big thing. So I'm willing to take that chance here on this play, especially if it's borderline field goal range. If it was a chip shot situation, like it was going to be like a 20-yard field goal, I would just let it play it out because that's pretty much a gimme field goal anyway and play it out and see what happens. But we're going to go and sim this, and we'll see what they do here on the 4th and inches. And they give it to McCutcheon, and McCutcheon gets the first down to the 20. So they elect against the field goal on the 4th and inches. Dick Vermeil aggressive with the play calling. And the drive will continue for the Rams. Warner drops back, looks, end zone tipped away. Nicely done by Minifield, intended for Henry Ellard. It'll be 2nd and 10. In the shotgun, Warner plants himself right there. Good coverage down the field. He ends up going short to Torrey Holt. Schaffner all over him. Second catch for Holt. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 16. Warner changes something up at the line. Pressure up the middle. And he is planted on that one. So 4th and 6. Got to think they're not going to go for it here. This should be a 33-yard field goal attempt. I remember right, Mike Lansford is the Rams kicker, I believe. 33-yard kick. Lansford puts it up, and it is good. So the Rams get on the board. Browns lead it 7-3. They'll get the ball back here. 12:05 left in quarter number 2. Lansford with the kickoff. Taken at the 4. Out across the 20. To the 24, and Bill Nelson and the Browns will get back to work. Handoff. Brown up the middle. Bulldozes another tackler. Gets out across the 30 to the 32. Pickup of 7. Joel Bitonio seems to be dinged up a bit there, limping off the field for the Browns. He'll get checked out on the side. Browns' offensive line, not a strong suit of this team. They can't afford to be losing a solid guy in Bitonio. 2nd and 3, play action. Nelson stands back, looks, goes deep down the field, incomplete. Roy Irvin in coverage. Nelson so far only 2 of 6. 3rd and 3 from the 32. Handoff. Brown has the first. Nolan Cromwell comes up for the tackle, but not before Brown can move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 35. Nelson in the gun. High snap. Nelson pulls it down, hands it off. Greg Pruitt gets his first carry of the game. He picks up 5. 2nd and 5 coming up as Pruitt gets out to the 40. And off it's Brown. Near the marker, he gets there. 1st and 10 out to the 45. Ottaway with the tackle. But Brown gets what he needs. And in motion. Handoff. Brown tries to stiff arm the man off. Not easy to do. For Roman Pfeiffer, he fights his way through, wrestles Brown to the ground. It's a pickup of 1. 2nd and 9 from the 46. Brown again. Into Rams territory. 3rd and 4. And the Rams without lineman Robert Quinn in this one. 3rd and 4. Slant complete. Down inside the 40. Jarvis Landry takes a shot but holds on. Podios with the tackle. Recovering from having Jim Brown. Jim Brown trample him into the ground earlier. 1st and 10 down to the Rams 36. Rams pinch up. Tight set here. Could be a blitz. And off it's Brown. Brown up the middle, and Jim Brown barrels through. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Jim Brown. And the Browns will extend their lead. Rams showed blitz. They gave it to Brown up the middle. And he was off. Such explosiveness out of Jim Brown. I'm not sure anybody even got a hand on him. Blows his way through for the score. And pending the bar extra point, the Rams will be up 11. And it's good. 14-3 Cleveland. Entering play here, 7-5 Rams, 7-5 Browns rather, are the 4 seed in the AFC. The Rams at 6-5 are the 7th seed as the last wild card in the NFC. Lawrence McCutcheon having a nice season for himself, closing in on 1,000 yards. He's done a good job. Pump fake. Garrett just driving his man back. Warner gets rid of it in time, though. Hits Holt. 1st down out to the 35. So Warner, who started off this game terribly, has Seems to be finding his way here a bit. Swung to the left, batted around, a little too much traffic going on there. I believe Mike Johnson got a hand on that. It'll be 2nd and 10. Handoff, McCutcheon. Out across the 40 to the 43. 10 carries, 46 yards so far for Lawrence McCutcheon. It'll be 3rd and 2, coming up on 6 minutes left in the first half. Handoff's got the first down marker. That's Wendell Tyler, his 2nd carry of the game. A little bit of histrionics at the end of the play there. Handoff up the middle. It's McCutcheon. Into Cleveland territory. Pickup of 6. Schobert on the stop. 2nd and 4 from the 47. They give to McCutcheon. He's got the first down. So Vermeil's Rams going to the run here. So far, being effective here on this drive. 1st and 10. Sticks move again. 2 tight ends set here for the Rams. And off, it's Tyler up the middle. Pulls his way ahead. Nice job, Wendell Tyler. That did not look like that was going to go for much. He ends up getting 5 down to the 36. And in motion. Another handoff. McCutcheon doesn't get anything there. Pepper Johnson on the stop as we come up on 3 minutes. Down the left side, incomplete. So Warner has been off rhythm all game on that, and they're going to punt there. Rather than have Lansford try the 53-yard kick, they're going to punt, try to pin them deep, but it's not angled well enough. It goes into the end zone, and the Browns will get to start off from their 20. And Jim Brown averaging around 6 yards a carry at this point. He started off the year slowly, which makes that stat line all the more incredible. But Brown, for the last 6 or 7 weeks, has just been an absolute tank for the Browns. Not coincidentally, they've begun to win games. Pick up there of a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 21. Brown picks up a yard. He's stopped. 2-minute warning. 14-3 Cleveland. They will try to get down the field and at least tack a 3 spot onto this before the end of the half. Nelson under pressure. Tries to get back to the line. He's brought down. Rams will burn a timeout there to stop the clock. So the Rams defense, even without Robert Quinn, has put lots of pressure on Bill Nelson in this first half. Rams will now take over from their 45. Good field position here. From the gun, Warner looks. Drag route over the middle, complete to Torrey Holt. Out to the 49, 2nd and 6. Stands in, looks, deep ball from Warner, right-hand side, overthrows it out of the back of the end zone. Minifield in terrific coverage again. Rams have been looking to break one all game. They've been unable to. Nice job by the Browns secondary. Pass there, misses the mark, incomplete. And after getting the punt and getting good field position, the Rams go 3 and out. They have not been able to sort out this Browns defense as of yet. They put some good runs together on the last drive. A little surprised they didn't try to go back to the ground there a bit. punt here will go out of bounds at the 23. Browns still have all 3 of their timeouts. So we'll see how aggressively Marty Schottenheimer decides to play this. Nelson drops, pass complete over the middle. Reeled in, that's Kellen Winslow Jr. out to the 35. 12-yard pickup. Now the Browns will use a timeout. 14-3 Cleveland. Minute 3 left, 1st and 10. Shotgun, Nelson stands in. Looks, left-hand side, incomplete. Second and 10. Nelson on the slant. Complete route. Kevin Johnson. He'll be shy of the marker. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 45. 9-yard pickup. Hurry up offense here for the Browns. They still have 2 timeouts. 3rd and 1 from the 45. Nelson out to the right-hand side. Misses the mark. It's incomplete. Nelson 5 of 11 for 55 yards in this first half. You can accept that when you're up 14-3. Browns aren't going to mess with the 4th and 1 here. They'll punt it. Try to pin the Rams deep in the waning moments of the half. Fair catch called there by Henry Eller. Torrey Holt, 59 catches, 8 touchdown receptions on the season. They're going to try to get something going here. Warner misses over the middle. So neither quarterback has been on their game so far. Of course, Warner threw the pick 6 on his opening pass of the game on the opening drive. Counted for 7 of those Browns points. Actually, since then, there hasn't been a heck of a lot in terms of offense. That one has to be held onto. Scott in coverage, but that hits the man right in the hands. The Rams have had the ball for a ton of time here in this opening half. Now they go conservative, but now the Browns will burn a timeout. So they'll need a good punt here to keep the Browns from getting good field position. Taken at the 38. It's a fair catch by Pruitt. 9 seconds on the clock. Would kind of be inclined to think the Browns will play this fairly conservatively here and head into the tunnel, content with their 11-point lead. Warfield in motion. It's a handoff. Brown picks up 4 out to the 43, and Cleveland does use its last timeout. So we'll see if they're going to have Nelson chuck a Hail Mary of sorts here. They do not. They give it to Brown up the middle. Barrels his way forward into Rams territory to the 41. They can't get up to the line in time to stop the clock, and that'll end the half. So Nelson, who didn't really have the arm from that spot to chuck up a Hail Mary, they decide to try to catch him off guard, see if Jim Brown can make something happen. And that takes us to halftime. 14-3 Cleveland. The Monday night game this week should be a dandy. The 9-2 49ers against the 7-4 Philadelphia Eagles. Also on the docket, next game here on the channel, Bengals and Jaguars, both at 6-5. Big matchup for both of those teams. Potential playoff hopes. And then the glitchy Bears versus Bears game that pops up, which, of course, is not actually happening. The Bears aren't even playing an inter-squad scrimmage. I think actually the Bears had one of those teams on the bye week. Again, this is the last week of bye weeks in the league. There's that pick 6, Frank Minifield. Oh, big block there. I missed that the first time around. Helped set Minifield free. So 14-3 Cleveland, and the Browns will get to receive as we get the second half underway. Kickoff taken by Pruitt. Greg Pruitt, a fine running back in his own right. He simply has the misfortune of being caught behind Jim Brown here. 1st and 10 from the 23. Nelson starts in the gun. Throws that one complete. was under pressure, ends up finding Kevin Johnson out to the 36, 1st and 10. Hand off. It's Brown. Good lead block ahead of him. Out to the 47. McLeon with the tackle. Jim Brown is over the 100-yard mark again. Nelson stands in. Pass down the seam. Complete. It's Johnson once more. So Kevin Johnson, a bit more of a possession receiver, but he gets himself free there. 3rd catch of the game for Johnson. Nothing fancy about that. Johnson just drove that route right into the seam. Nelson hits him. 1st and 10 from the Rams' 24. Play action. Nelson looks, stands in, looking end zone. Batted away, incomplete. Looks like Grant Wistrom checking out of this game for the Rams. 2nd and 10, it's another play action. Pressure coming, and Nelson once again does not get rid of the ball quickly enough. Lundy brings him down. Big loss back at the 37. Lamar Lundy comes through. He popped him once before for a hit. This one is an actual sack from Lundy. Buries him back at the 37. 3rd and 23. 54 yards, a bit out of Barr's range. He can make it, but it's not likely. Floated left-hand side, batted down. 54-yarder. We're going to let this play out because the game might miss one from that long if they go for the field goal, but they're not. They're going to punt it, which I agree with. So Browns will try to pin the Rams deep. Angled punt over near the goal line. Bounces just past the goal line and then bounces back out. But it hits in the end zone, and the Rams will take the touchback. Out from the 20. 14 carries, 58 yards for Lawrence McCutcheon so far in this one. You saw on that scoreboard scroll a bit ago the Seahawks, who after knocking off the 49ers last week in an upset that was clearly the Niners looking past Seattle, had one win entering that game. But they got their 2nd win of the season against the 49ers, and now they took down the Cowboys here this week in a rout in Dallas. And the Cowboys and the Packers, they actually got 3 teams, the Cowboys, Packers, and Steelers, all thought to be among the better teams in the league. All 3 of them have been disappointing here in year 1. The Steelers have made a change at quarterback. Terry Bradshaw was turning the ball over a bit too much, and that offense just wasn't clicking. Offense played better this week against the Cardinals, but the defense actually let them down. The Steelers' defense had been trying to keep them in games for most of the season. They had a bad effort there as the Steelers fell. The Packers' defense has not played up to its potential either. But the Cowboys are just inconsistent. One week their offense is good and their defense isn't. The next week their defense is good and their offense isn't. But all 3 of those teams underachieving. All 3 of them still in the playoff hunt. But they're going to have to crank it up over the last few weeks of this season to get themselves in. Right now, all 3 on the outside looking in. So the Browns get the ball back as the Rams can't muster anything there. 9:19 left in the 3rd. It's 14-3 Cleveland. Jim Brown stopped there, picks up 2. That 49ers-Eagles game is going to be an interesting one. The Eagles are playing good football right now, but the Niners, again, after clearly looking past the Seahawks last week, and getting upset by Seattle. That is going to be an angry San Francisco 49ers squad. Nelson can't get the playoff in time. That's a delay of game call. We'll make it 2nd and 12. I think the Steelers probably have to win out, honestly, to get into the playoffs. And that offense didn't have a ton of weapons, but they've got good enough guys there that the Steelers should certainly be performing better. Especially because their defense, their defense didn't play great this week against the Cardinals. But, their defense is among league leaders in a lot of categories. That defense is pretty loaded personnel-wise. Floater down the right side, it's in there. Complete to Johnson. So Johnson has been the favorite target today for Bill Nelson. 4 catches on the day. Nelson lollipops this one a bit and lets Johnson run under it, and he gets there. Beats his man, comes up with the grab. 1st and 10 for the Browns from the 41. Nelson in the shotgun. Stands in, looks left-hand side, complete to Warfield, down into LA territory. Down to the 46. That's Warfield's first catch of the game. Handoff, Brown. 3 men meet him, bring him down. 6-yard pickup, 17 carries for 125 for Jim Brown. 2nd and 4. Toss back, short little slant. Landry with the catch. He takes a shot. 3rd and 3. Fake pass complete to Winslow. Down to the 34. 2nd catch of the game for Winslow. Warfield in motion. Got to get that ball snapped. He does just in time. Nelson looks, short pass. Broken up. He had it and then had it jarred loose. McLean with the shot. 2nd and 10 from the 34. Drops back. Swung. Near the sideline. It's caught, but he steps out. Cameron's first catch of the game. He picks up 4 to be 3rd and 6 from the 31. Play action. Nelson looks. Misses the target by a mile there. 4th and 6 coming up. Be a 48-yard field goal attempt here for Barr. Inclined to think they're going to try for the field goal, and they do. And Matt Barr hits it from 47. So 17-3 Cleveland. Barr puts the field goal through. 3:38 remaining in quarter number 3. Terrific job so far by this Browns defense. This Rams offense has a quick hit element to it. Those 2 men there, Lawrence McCutcheon and Torrey Holt, certainly big parts of that. Warner has gone for a couple of deep shots in this one, has not been able to connect. Stands in, slant, flag is down, it falls incomplete, intended for Cooper Kupp. But that's going to be a pass interference call. Felix Wright gets flagged for that one. That'll get them 8 yards and an automatic first down. 1st and 10 from the 31. Delayed handoff up the middle. McCutcheon picks up 4. 17 carries for 69 yards so far for Lawrence McCutcheon. Pepper Johnson on the stop for Cleveland. Shotgun. Warner stands in. Pass over the middle, incomplete. It has not been a good day for Kurt Warner. He is 9 of 26 in this one. This Browns pass defense has played exceptionally well. Warner drops back. Pass complete. Behind his man, but reeled in nicely. That'll be a first down. Truex with the grab. Down into Cleveland territory to the 49. Spins Pepper Johnson around a bit. That pass was actually a little bit behind him. Nice grab there. Chains will move. Take the handoff. Throw. Holt out in the flat. There's not too much there. He'll pick up 2. 11 of 28 for 118 and a pick for Kurt Warner. Pick was a pick 6 on the opening drive. Handoff. McCutcheon close to the marker. He's just short. 3rd and inches coming up from the 40. Warner, somewhat surprisingly here, goes from the shotgun on 3rd and inches. It is a two tight end set, though, and they give it to McCutcheon. Goes up the middle, gets the first down to the 36. Time ticking away here in quarter number 3. Play action. Warner looks, pass complete. Holt shy of the marker down to the 26. That'll bring us to the end of quarter number 3. 17-3 Cleveland. Good one going here in LA. The Rams have had the ball plenty. They haven't had plenty of points. Trying to change that here. Holt now 6 catches, only 48 yards though. Rams have not been able to break one open. Play action. Warner to the outside. Truex again with the catch. That'll get them the first down marker down to the 20. Play action. Warner. Pass. Intercepted. Warner is picked off. 2nd interception thrown by Kurt Warner. We talked about this Browns squad. Their defense is ranked middle of the pack, but they are among the league leaders in turnovers forced. They have forced 2 Warner interceptions in this one. Browns take over from their 13. Nelson pass to the left-hand side, incomplete. Oh, that's a huge one there. Rams on the move. They get into the end zone there. It's a 7-point game. And instead, Warner is picked off for the 2nd time. Nelson puts that one into Warfield. It's complete. First down out to the 25. Nelson under center. Pass left side, incomplete. Nelson was sacked 4 times in the first half. Haven't gotten to him yet here in the second. Pass over the middle. He misses the mark. Intended for Warfield. 3rd and 10. Drops back. Looks. Floats one right-hand side. Warfield. Oh, Warfield was there, and he couldn't hold on. Think that one was a little bit underthrown. Nelson wanted to lead Warfield a little bit more than that. Warfield kind of had a hold up. You saw him kind of fall to his knees there, trying to reel that one in. Unsuccessfully, the Browns will punt. Henry Ellard calls for the fair catch. Rams will take over from their 33. Down 14 with 13-14 left in the game. And off McCutcheon. Brought down at the 39, pickup of 6, so it'll be 2nd and 4. Shotgun. Short pass, McCutcheon near the marker, he gets it. 1st and 10 from the 43. Swung to the left, can't be handled. for that little tight end out route to Truex there. It's incomplete, 2nd and 10. Pass. Close to the marker. They say he got it. Rich Saul is going to check out of this one and get checked out over on the Rams sideline. 1st and 10. LA has it in Cleveland territory at the 47. Delay, play action. Warner, deep, right side, on the sideline, complete, touchdown, Torrey Holt. Holt puts the brakes on, does a deep curl. And look at that, Warner threw that ball before Holt had ever turned around. That might have actually been underthrown a little bit. Holt turns, grabs it, gets around midfield and into the end zone, and the Rams suddenly are right back in this game. Pending the extra point here from Lansford. It is up and good. 5 plays, 67 yards, and 132. Rams back within 7. It's 17-10 Cleveland. 11:42 remaining. Plenty of time left. Kickoff out across the 20. Brought down at the 25. Rams need to come up big defensively here. Play action. Nelson stands back, looks, fires, right side, complete. It's Warfield, and he's got a blocker with him there in Winslow. Gets out of bounds at the Rams 41. That's the last thing LA wanted. You get the big touchdown, and first play from scrimmage for the Browns. You let Nelson find Warfield. And now Cleveland has the ball in Rams territory right off the bat. Shotgun, Nelson stands in. Looks, left-hand side, it's complete. Reynolds puts a hit on Warfield there on the slant route. 4th catch, 65 yards for Paul Warfield. Receptions on back-to-back plays there. Man in motion. They got to get this play off quickly. And Nelson doesn't. That's the 2nd delay of game that Nelson has been hit with.
Delay of game.
So that'll push them back. Second and 10 from the 40. Hand off Brown. Fights through one arm tackle, pulls his way inside the 35 to the 34. This Rams defense has been very, very good all season. Again, they've gotten to beat up on a fairly light schedule. Dominated the Seahawks twice for one thing. Pass there, complete. Johnson's 5th catch of the game as Johnson continues to be a favorite target for Bill Nelson today. Flag on the play. It's a false start. Joe Bitonio, who left the game with an injury before, now comes back and merely hurts the drive. 1st and 15 from the 29. Nice cut block from Jim Brown there. And now Nelson shakes off the tackle. Complete down inside the 5. Kellen Winslow Jr. reels it in, and what a job there from Nelson to evade the pressure. Jim Brown cuts down the rusher there. Totally blanking on his name. I apologize for that. Guy gets up, then grabs Nelson, who shakes free. Brown pulls his way down to the 2, 2nd and goal. High formation. Handoff, it's Brown. Tries to cut it to the outside, and Hacksaw Reynolds gets him around the ankles, brings him down. It'll be 3rd and goal. Browns to take a field goal here, but what they want is a touchdown. And another false start on Cleveland. So now 3rd and goal from the 7. Nelson stands in, looks, fires into the end zone, incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down, 24-yard field goal attempt coming. 6:55 remaining. Barr will come on for the kick. He puts it up and through. 24-yard field goal from Matt Barr. And the Browns get their lead back up to 10. 20-10 Cleveland, 6:50 remaining in the game. Kickoff here from Barr, taken at the 2. Good coverage. He stopped shy of the 20. Warner takes a snap, handoff up the middle. Hutchin picks up a yard, 2nd and 9. Myles Garrett on the tackle. Drops back. Warner looks, left-hand side, incomplete. And once again, that pass just a bit off the mark. Any route of depth, Warner has just not been able to find the touch in this one. 3rd and 9. That one's over the middle. That one hits him. And that's going to be Tyler going inside the 20, 15. I'm sorry, that's not Tyler. That's Harold Jackson, 29, not 26. My apologies for blowing the call. But somebody blew a coverage. Pass there to Harold Jackson. Finds a seam. Warner hits him in dead stride. And Jackson, a tough guy to chase down. And the Rams once again put themselves back in striking distance. Pending the extra point here from Mike Lansford, it'll be a 3-point game. So what was a defensive war has now picked up in this last bit. Can the Rams defense come up big here? Jim Brown, 133 yards on the ground today. That is 6 of 7 games where he has topped 120 yards rushing. And the Browns have won 6 straight entering this one. Handoff, Brown cuts it up the middle. Started outside, cut it back, saw a hole, blew through it, out to the 43. Nolan Cromwell on the stop. Cromwell getting a little tired of seeing Jim Brown coming at him in the secondary. 1st and 10 from the 43. Play action. Looks, right-hand side, complete to Johnson. 1st down on the out route. Nelson has himself up to 18 of 33. By no means great, but certainly respectable. And he hasn't turned the ball over. Handoff, Brown. Gets a good block to the outside. And once again, it's Cromwell bringing down Jim Brown. Pickup of 9, 2nd and 1 from the 35. Jim Brown making this top 10 rush defense look very ordinary. Nelson fires over the middle, complete. Jarvis Landry down inside the 5. A little surprised the Browns being as aggressive as they're being here. That probably wouldn't have been the case had they still been up 10. But the Browns clearly want more points here. Nelson hits Landry, 1st and goal for the Browns inside the Rams 5. Coming up on 3 minutes left in the game. Handoff, Brown fights through a tackle by Reynolds, but then I believe that's Pfeiffer who brings him down. 2nd and goal from the 2. Ogletree, sorry, it's 52. 2nd and goal. Motion. Let it run down to the last second. Handoff, touchdown. Greg Pruitt gets the short yards carry there. Usually Jim Brown territory, but Pruitt, terrific back in his own right, as we've mentioned, runs it in for the score, and the Browns will extend their lead once again. So every time the Rams, who were dominated in that first half, get themselves into striking distance, the Browns answer them. Right down the field. 2-yard touchdown run from Greg Pruitt. Matt Barr comes on for the extra point. 6 plays, 72 yards, and 331. 27-17 Cleveland. 2:21 left. Return brought out to the 25. .217 left, and Warner keeps thinking that he's getting them back into it. And the Browns keep coming up with an answer. Pass left-hand side, complete. Out across the 30. 2-minute warning. It's here at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. 27-17 Browns. Desperate times coming here for the Rams. You see Torrey Holt, that last catch put him over the 100-yard mark on the day. Warner looks right-hand side. It's Holt again, just shy of the 40. 1st and 10, no huddle. Both teams do have all 3 timeouts. Warner drops back again to the right-hand side. That one's incomplete. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks for Kurt Warner. First of those on his first pass attempt of the game, a pick 6 to Frank Minifield. Browns have been in control since. Rams have been chasing this pretty much from the jump. And Myles Garrett gets his 2nd sack of the game, drives Kurt Warner into the turf. 2nd sack for the Browns. Garrett has both of them. 3rd and 18. Good coverage down the field. Warner moving. Warner's not going to want to run this, though. Rolls right, and he's going to end up throwing it away. Rather than forcing it, Warner throws it away, and they'll take their shot here on 4th and 18. At that point, if you're Warner, you may as well scramble. Try to get what you can get and get out of bounds, even if it's 5 yards. And they try to trick them there with a delayed draw. And that is trying to get too cute if you're the Rams. You do not have the luxury. Even if they're fooled there, you're still asking McCutcheon to gobble up 18 yards. You can do that. You know, if Warner had scrambled and gets you 7 or 8 yards, and now you're in a 4th and 10 there, and you want to try that delayed draw in that situation, that's one thing. But in that situation, that is a poor play call, and one I've got to think Dick Vermeil would like to have back. 2nd and 12. Handoff. Brown brought down. Rams are out of timeouts now. Third and 9, feed the beast. There's Jim Brown again. Nice tackle there by Hacksaw Reynolds. 26 carries for 160 yards for Jim Brown. And Barr is going to come on. I forgot to hit the button there, but that's all right. We'll let him kick it. 45 yards. He might miss it. He probably won't. But Barr's kick is up and good. So the Browns extend their lead 30-17. Cleveland hits the 30-point plateau for the 7th straight time. Out across the 20 to the 25. Again, you're probably not converting that 4th and 18 anyway. But even so, that is too far to try that draw play there. Warner drops back. Pressure coming. Garrett pushing his man closer, spins away from it, and great job, Myles Garrett, and particularly great job by the Cleveland secondary. The clock will tick down, and that will bring this one to a close. So the Browns win their 7th straight. They force a turnover. They get a great game from Jim Brown, as has been the formula. But the real key, Bill Nelson not turning the ball over against the Rams defense that has been forcing plenty of them. Forgive me there. Hopefully that mic shut off before I coughed there. So you'll see Nelson, 289, no touchdowns, but no picks. Warner, 284, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. Again, the Minifield pick 6 on that opening drive set the Rams behind 55 seconds into the game. And they were able to get close, but never actually complete the comeback. 167 yards rushing for the Browns, most of that on the shoulders of Jim Brown. 22 first downs to 17. Most things in the Browns' favor. Those 2 turnovers, big in the favor. Neither team great on 3rd down in this one. Defense has played solidly. The Browns took 6 penalties in the course of this game. Rams actually didn't take any. Penalties tend to be low in Madden anyway. But that's why 6 is actually a pretty significant number within the context of Madden. Nelson, 19 of 34, QB rating of 84.1. Warner, 19 of 41, QB rating of 65.5. Had the big 80-yard strike that helped his numbers look a little bit more respectable. The pass there to Jackson. A.C. Brown, 26 for 160. Lawrence McCutcheon, 22 for 88. Greg Pruitt, only 2 carries to spell Brown, but one of those went in for the score. Receiving-wise, Kevin Johnson goes over 100 yards for the Browns. Torrey Holt goes over the 100-yard mark for the Rams. 47-yard touchdown reception for him. On the sack defensive front, leading tacklers, Nolan Cromwell, 12 total tackles in the game. Hacksaw Reynolds had 10. Pepper Johnson, as we mentioned, in the top 5 in the league in tackles. Led the Browns with 11. Myles Garrett had 5 tackles for a loss in the game, including his 3 sacks. And Garrett started off the season slow to get going with the sacks, but Myles Garrett has started to pile up some sacks during this win streak. Again, the Browns just kind of pulling it together. You see Grant Wistrom had 1.5. Lundy and Reynolds each had a sack. Chase Young and DeMarco Farr each had a half a sack. Keith Lyle gets a half a sack as well. 5 sacks for the Rams. 3 sacks for the Browns. All the Brown sacks coming from that man Myles Garrett. Interceptions, Frank Minifield and Ernie Kellerman. Minifield's 34-yard pick 6 return on that opening drive. So that'll wrap things up from here. Appreciate you tuning in. Next game here on the channel as far as the Franchise Stars Football League will be a matchup of 6-5 rivals. The Bengals and the Jaguars will go at it from Jacksonville. Big game for both of those teams' playoff hopes. After that, we will also have 49ers and Eagles. And that will wrap up the Week 13 slate of games to be live streamed on the channel. Also check out Franchise Stars Basketball Association, just underway. A great opening night broadcast last night. Celtics and the Knicks in a thriller, to say the least. I won't spoil it if you want to go dial that one up. We ran up Timberwolves and Lakers earlier on today. We'll probably have Pacers and Pistons from their opening night matchup later on the channel as well. Until next time, everybody, bang that like button if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Most importantly, be good to each other, and we'll talk soon. The Browns take down the Rams in L.A.